So if you have any problem to listen to my lectures, please let me know. Now I'm connected with, Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is also very disruptive. I was using cell phone, but I don't know. It is also creating problem. So we are talking about the implementation of mission, human resource strategy. You have to choose most effective human resource strategy that will affect the company's mission, that will help achieve the company's mission. If you can recall the balance scorecard, the foundation or the bottom layer of the strategy map, and also the balance scorecard is learning and growth. So learning and growth, if the learning and growth is good, the objective of the company will be achieved in a easy manner. So human resource strategy is very important to achieve the company's objective. And what may be the human resource strategies? These are all about human resource strategy. Maybe if you finish a course on human resource management, you know the details of the human resource department strategies. You have to analyze the job. Job analysis indicates job description and job specification. Job description means duties and responsibilities of a position. And job specification means human requirements to complete the job. So if you are opening a position, the name of the position is manager logistics. So you have to analyze the position. What are the duties and responsibilities of logistics manager? What qualifications logistic manager needs? Say for an example, he needs a degree in maritime management. You are getting job very quickly, easily. Why? Because of your job specification. The logistics officer requires specialization. What is the specialization? They need to have some knowledge about the logistic operations, and you are learning from the first year about the logistic operations. So you are a specialist. This is job specification. Your degree is relevant with the duties and responsibilities of the logistic manager. So you have to prepare a plan for the new mission, container terminal. How many people do you need in future in the terminal? When they need the people? It is HR planning. Recruitment. From where you will collect the employees. Sources of employees. The sources of employees may be Bangladesh Maritime University. For logistics service provider, they can source the applications from Bangladesh Maritime University. Selection. So recruitment is just inviting applications in your company. And selection means testing, written test, interview test, and after selection, applicant becomes the employee of the company. So selection is the process which converts applicant into employees. Now the question is that where is the strategy? Strategy is that you will choose the best candidate. So your selection should be valid, should be reliable. So validity and reliability of the selection process is very important. These are all HR strategies. So human resource department is supporting the companies mission achievement. And that's why the positions are being analyzed. HR planning is made, how many people the company needs. Recruitment is done properly. Selection is done properly. Orientation is done. Orientation is letting know the company policies and principles to the employee. It is known as the orientation. Orientation to the policies, orientation to the people. It is also known as socialization. In the orientation program, all the departmental heads are present. Then after orientation, what happens? Placement, training and development. Without training, learning and growth is the foundation of organizational scorecard. So you must have to think about the training. You must have to think about the company's performance appraisal. What will be the company's performance appraisal? There are a lot of performance appraisal tools. Say, for example, 9 point or 9 box performance appraisal tool. Compensation. You must offer the competitive compensation. How much your competitor is offering, you must know. Your health and safety. I have taken interview with some of CEOs, HR heads. And one of the HR heads said that my job is to make sure that my employees are happy, healthy, and safe. This is his job. What is the job of the HR manager? Making employees happy, keeping them healthy, and maintaining their safety. It is the HR manager jobs. Legal compliance. ILO, there are 8 ILO core labor standards. As a HR manager in international operation, whether it is shipping company, whether it is dockyard company, whether it is logistic company, whether it is a port management company, they must comply with the core labor standards. Say, for example, no child labor. Trade union must be allowed. Labor is not commodity. Labor is not commodity means that you cannot use as like commodity. You must think that he is a human. Retention separation. If anybody resigns from the company, then he has the right to leave the company. So allow him to leave the company properly. It is the principles of management. And retention. Retention means you have to encourage employees to remain in the company. Industrial relations. You have to make decent work. The work when the work will be decent. Work will be decent when the employee is happy with their job, the employee is happy with their personal life. Personal life. People analytics. In today's world, descriptive analytics, inferential analytics, people analytics is there. So you have to use people analytics. Human resource value chain. Human resource, this is human resource value chain. HR strategy will improve the employee outcome. Employee outcome will improve the organizational outcome. So when your HR strategies are good, the employees will be happy, their productivity will improve. And employee productivity improvement means that your organizational profitability is increasing. This is known as the human resource value chain. So you must remember it. And when you are talking about the industrial relations, you have to talk about the CBA. CBA means collective bargaining agent, trade union, that we have also said in compliance. People, HR value chain, DEIB, or diversity, equity, inclusion, and belongingness. Diversity, equity, inclusion, and belongingness means that Hindu, Muslim are working together. Black, white is working together. Third gender is working with the mainstream. Handicapped people have the opportunity to work. So if you follow this principle, then you are socially responsible. Work design, HR strategy, employment law, and today's green thinking is that human resource management is also green. So that means you have to practice the HR strategies. The strategies will affect the company's internal operations if we link with the balance scorecard. There are four components. One is profitability. Number two is customer service or customer retention or customer. And number three is internal operations. And number four is learning and growth. Learning and growth will make the internal operations efficient. Internal operations efficiency will increase the customer base revenue, reduce the operating cost, and finally the company will earn profitability. So your HR strategy will make sure that the learning and growth is perfect. You have the right human resources. And what will happen? Then you will get the best profitability. So employee outcomes. When your HR strategy is perfect, HR strategy is perfect, the people are happy, the salary benefits are good, the people are learned, they have learning opportunities, growth opportunities. So your HR strategy is affecting your employee attitudes, behavior. How it is affecting your attitudes and behavior when you will talk with an employee who is working in Grameenphone. You will find that their attitudes is different. This is not because he is coming from the another world or coming from he is an alien. He is also our friends, your friends. But attitudes are different because the human resource practice is perfect. Their compensation is standard. Their HR policies is strong. Promotional policies is strong. So that changes the attitudes and behaviors. When the employee is perfect, then the organizational outcomes, productivity, quality of services will improve. And when the productivity and quality of the organization improves, what will happen? Your customers will be happy, more revenues. And internal process, your expenditure will be efficient. And ultimately, difference between revenues and expenses is profitability. When the company's profit is higher, what will happen? Your market-based outcome, that means stock price, will be higher. Why Mr. Elon Musk is billionaire and he has lost maybe $500 billion after victory of Trump. How he lost 500 billion? He lost 500 billion or 500 million, maybe one to what this the exact figure is not correct. However, how he lost the money? Because the stock price has declined, decreased. So market-based outcome, although it is not significant to us, but in developed world, stock market is very strong. So it can make one employee Warren Buffett. What is his business? Main business, stock business. So when the company's profit is higher, what will happen? The company's stock price will increase. That means when you are achieving your strategic objectives, your mission. It will affect the company's stock price. It is known as the market based outcome. So, HR strategy, if you do not understand any definitions, you can Google it. The definitions are very common. What is recruitment? What is selection? What is orientation? What is placement? What is training? These are the steps of training and growth. So, HR strategy is considered as the most important strategy of any company because people ultimately run the marketing department, people run the operations department, people run the other departments. So, when you are implementing your new mission, you need to take help from the operations department. What capacity do you need? And we are not focusing on all operation strategies. Say, for example, operation strategies includes number one is demand forecasting. Number two, capacity decisions. Number three, inventory decisions. Number four, lean operations. Number five, product design. Number six, facility design. Number seven, economies of scale or capacity utilization, 100% capacity utilization. So there are a lot of operation strategies, but to implement the mission, you need to focus on your operations. That is important. And when you are choosing your capacity, capacity means what is your power to serve? What is your power to produce? It is known as the capacity. It may be machine requirements. It may be in logistics services, in maritime services. Capacity. What is the capacity of a ship? How many TEUs the port can handle? How many trucks or how many compartments of the train you have? These are all capacity decisions. Capacity may be of two types, design capacity and effective capacity. Design capacity means maximum output rate or service capacity and operation process or facility is designed for. So what is it? If you establish a port, how many vessels altogether can anchor? It is known as the design capacity. And what is effective capacity? Maybe in a port, 20 mother vessels can anchor. But actually, 20 vessels are not anchored all the time. Maybe on average, the port is occupied by 19 vessels. So this 19 is effective capacity. And the port is designed for 20, but actually on average 19 vessels are anchored. So it is known as the effective capacity. So in design capacity, maximum output rate or service capacity and operation process or facilities designed for. And actually, how many is feasible? There are some allowances. Say, for example, some ships are unloading, and because of unloading, there are some unnecessary allowances are there. That's why 20 ships cannot anchor at a time. There are some allowances. It is, if we minus the allowances, it is known as the effective capacity. Or in very simple way, design capacity, you are using cell phone, isn't it? This cell phone. So in this phone, the capacity is 120 GB. What is the capacity? The storage capacity is 120 GB. But can you store 120 GB? Maybe after 120, 125, sorry, uh, 128. So maybe after 120, 128, it will say that there is no more space or storage. So your 128 GB is design capacity, and there are some system loss. Design capacity minus the system loss is known as the effective capacity. So actually you can store 120 GB. So your allowances are 8 GB, or you can store 127 GB. So 1 GB is allowances. Design 128 minus allowances 1 GB, and your effective capacity is 127 GB. And actual output means this is capacity. And actual output, rate of output actually achieved cannot exceed effective capacity. So cannot exceed, you cannot store more than 127 GB. So rate of output actually achieved cannot exceed effective capacity. Actual output. So how much storage you are occupied now? Maybe 50 GB. Your photos, videos, etc. are stored in your cell phone. Maybe 50 GB is actually you are using. This is known as the actual output. And using the effective capacity, actual output, and design capacity, we can calculate the efficiency. We can calculate the utilization. Efficiency is defined as the actual output and effective capacity, and utilization is defined as the actual output and design capacity. So when you are comparing your actual output with the design capacity, it is utilization. When you are comparing your actual output with effective capacity, it is efficiency. For example, design capacity for a logistics service provider is 50 trucks per day, and effective capacity is that 50 trucks. You the logistic provider has 50 trucks, but actually some are broken, some are out of order, some needs repairment or fixing. So actually, although you have 50 trucks, but you can use 40 trucks. And actually today you have used 36. That means still 4 are unused. Actually today you have used 36. So what is the efficiency of this logistic provider? Actual is 36 and effective capacity is 40, 90%. And utilization rate is 36, actual output divided by design capacity is 50. So you are using 72% of your capacity. And your efficiency is 90%. So efficiency can be 100% when you can use 40 trucks per day. Your efficiency will be 100%. So 90% means that your efficiency level is not good. You have to improve your efficiency level up to 100%. It is important. You can compare with the previous year. What was the efficiency in 2024 compared to 2025? If it improves, then your operations manager is implementing your new mission properly. Utilization. This is also one of the indicators, or that we said that key performance indicators, KPI. So efficiency is one of the KPI. You can set the KPI. And the KPI, you can set that the KPI should be 100% efficiency. And utilization should be 90% or 95%. So in our country, say for example, in manufacturing world, the efficiency is around 60%. But in China, the efficiency is around 95%. That's why China can produce low cost product because their efficiency is very perfect. And quality is important issue. You have to maintain the quality while you are implementing your mission. And it indicates here in your logistic services performance. So you need to reach the product to the customer by 7 days. If you cannot reach it by 7 days, your performance is not good. The customer must rely on you, on your service, reliability. And durability, useful life of the product or service. Perceived quality, indirect evaluation of quality. Say, for example, your company's reputation is also quality. So, quality indicates performance, aesthetics, how it looks like. The special features, say, for example, somebody, you can think that what is the aesthetics of logistic services? Your inside decoration is aesthetics. When the customers are coming to your company, they feel very comfortable with the ornamentation. This is aesthetics. So you have to maintain the quality. While you are implementing your project, you must be concerned about the quality. Also TQM, total quality management. And you have to be very cautious about the waste minimization, lean operations. It is waste minimization. Lean operation are flexible system of operation that uses considerably less resources than a traditional system. It was ultimately started as JIT, just in time, and JIT was implemented in TPS, Toyota Production System, TPS. So TPS, just in time, uh, lean, these are all synonymous. Lean operation of flexible system of operation that uses considerably less resources than a traditional system. Lean operations began as lean manufacturing known as JIT in the mid-90s, developed by Ohno of Toyota. Ohno focus on eliminating all waste from every aspect of the process. That means waste minimization. Waste is viewed as anything that interferes with or does not add value to the process of producing automobiles. It is also known as Toyota Production System, TPS. Just in time. Say, for example, in Toyota, their inventory management system is JIT. And JIT means JIT, just in time. Say, for example, I have visited Toyota several times, and the total production system is robotic. Maybe 5% of the job is done by the human, 5 to 10%. And all the process from beginning to end of automobile production is done in a robotic system. When they are managing the inventories, they don't have any inventory or warehouse. When they need the inventory, just they instruct in computer system that we need, say for example, a screw. A screw is not manufactured by Toyota. So a screw supplier will give it on the defined time. They need door, you know, closer. Instantly, the supplier is supplying the door closer. So everything, then 70% of the automobile in a Toyota car, 70% is outside product. Only 30% value added are being done by Toyota, but the car is known as the Toyota car. So by adding only 30% value, they are becoming the brand and JT. So it is not their job to manage the inventory, screw, door opener, closer, or you know, so everything is managed by the third parties. JT system is there. So when you are looking into the operations strategies, one of the indicator is productivity analysis. What is productivity? Productivity means output divided by input. Say for example, here in a logistic company, their labor force, say for example, drivers, loaders, their per hour labor cost is $25, and they're using 5,000 hours in a year. Say for example, these all information is certain period, 1 month or 1 year. Productivity will be calculated for a certain time period. It may be yearly productivity or monthly, daily. So labor, fuel, 20,000 liters they need, and unit cost is 1.5 per liter total price. And facility cost, it means maybe rental of the floor, building. So total also truck depreciation, it is known as the overhead. Overhead is 20,000. Facility cost 10,000. And total input cost is 185,000. And output, how many packages the logistic company delivered. The package is delivered, the value of the package is delivered is 18 lakh or 1,850,000. So this is package is delivered means that it is the service charge, package service charge received after delivery charge, in other words, total delivery charge in a year, total input cost in a year. So what is the productivity? Output. Oh, here it is packages delivered. How many packages are delivered? Because the productivity is calculated packages per dollar, 10. So that means productivity is 10. 1,850,000 divided by 185,000 equals 10. That means output divided by input is productivity. So the 10 will say nothing to you. What you have to do, You have to compare with the competitors. What you have to do? You have to compare with the previous year. Then you will get, say for example, previous year the productivity was 9. Now it is 10. So your productivity has improved. Your operations performance is good. Your competitor, their productivity is 12, but your productivity is 10. That means you have to improve your productivity, your resource utilization. Inputs utilization is not good compared to your competitor. So you have to use your resources more efficiently. So you have to compare with the competitors. You have to compare with the previous years to know your position, competitive position. So operation strategy, we are dealing with operation strategy. When you are going to implement your mission, you have to take care of your utilization, your efficiency, your productivity. It can be your process velocity. What is process velocity? Process velocity is value added time divided by throughput time. What is value added time and what is throughput time? Value added time, say for example, first understand throughput time. Say for example, to deliver a product from Dhaka to Chittagong, it requires, it took 7 hours. It took 7 hours. Out of these 7 hours, there was a waiting time, there are some traffic delays, there are some idle time. That means you were loading the product, but the product was not available. You are waiting for the product to load in the truck. So there may have waiting time, there may have delays, there may have idle time. So when you will add this time with the value added time, what is value added time? Actually, the laborer are taking time to load. The driver is moving from Dhaka to Chittagong, unloading from there. So value added time, that means the time that actually the laborers, drivers used to do the job. It is 6 hours. And 1 hour is waiting, delays, and idle time. So actual time is known as the value added time. And when you are also including waiting, delays, and idle time, this is known as the throughput time. And the ratio of the value added time and throughput time is known as the process velocity. Your velocity is 86.86 or 86%. It will also not say anything to you. What you have to do? You have to compare with the competitors. You have to compare velocity with the previous years. Then you will get the answer whether your process velocity is good or bad. So, three operations metrics. So today we have discussed about the management strategies while you are implementing your mission. We discuss about operation strategies. We discuss about HR strategies. So, in operation strategies, we have discussed about three key performance indicators. One is uh, productivity analysis. Two is efficiency analysis. Three is utilization analysis, four indicators, and four is process velocity. So now the floor, I'm opening the floor for you. And today, ultimately, we have finished chapter 7, implementation. We are implementing. While we are implementing, we are taking help from the different departments of the company. Management principles, you must know the marketing principles, you must know the finance principles, etc. Today in chapter 7, we have covered about the management strategies, HR strategies, operations strategies. And in our coming lecture, that means chapter 8, we will discuss about marketing, finance, and IT or other related strategies. So now it is time to your participation.